preparing to duke it out right here on this field. It's the LSU Tigers and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. That's not what he had in mind, and they'll give up good field position as the kickoff goes out of bounds. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Here we go. Ready.
Quarterback making checks. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing. In a competitive conference like the SEC, you just can't afford to start 0-1 if you want to chase a championship. Really important to get off to a good start.
No doubt, in the SEC, you've got to set the tone early. It's all about creating momentum out of the gate. Both of these teams had this game circled all offseason, David. They know what's riding on the line.
There's so much riding on the line. Who gets to Atlanta down the road, bragging rights, recruiting rights, all this stuff. Once you get in conference play, it means a lot every single week. I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get those running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Sellers lined up in the gun on third down. Fires to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Coaches look at this stat every single football game. How do you execute on third down? And a lot of times, man, it's about being in position and making plays, and that's exactly what he did. The right spot, breaking on the football, being physical, setting the tone in this football game.
Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. From the gun, the ground game. Rumbles ahead for a pickup of 5 to the 29.
A lot of times defenses blitz to stop the run. This very play right here, blitz the linebacker, but man, the offense did a great job. Everybody understood what they saw. Running back understood. Pick up a nice positive gain when they were trying to get a blitz and maybe create a tackle for a loss.
They give it to him again. Finds his way for 3 out to the 33.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective trying to get to me. So it's an easy, simple play for this offense, but I love it.
Bully ball on third and short. LSU will get a first down.
That is how it's done on third down and short. No doubt about it. An easy hole to get through and clearly get the first down.
If you really want to simplify football, the low man wins. That time the offense got the better of the D. Easily picked that up.
Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Well, to say that this guy was unblockable in their last game is definitely an understatement. He was living in the opponent's backfield, and he does it again very early in this one, David. And I know He was a guy this offensive line and this coaching staff were concerned about, and early on, they don't have an answer for him.
I'm about to say that they still have the concerns because, geez, early on, he's in the backfield right away. Got to have some kind of an answer, man. First of all, maybe not run towards his side. Secondly, maybe we double team him, but there's got to be a plan because when you get near him, bad things happen for your offense.
On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
LSU moving the ball quickly down the field. Running inside, it's Durham. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain.
New running back, same result. It's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Gonna run it. It's Berry. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. Back to throw, it's Levin. Good timing on the quick out. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that.
Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll go right back to it. Got enough for the 1st. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. It has been all defense all the time in the early going as we wrap up the 1st quarter, and the stats certainly reflect that. So after the break, they'll go back to work. On the delay, it's Berry. Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16.
Offensive linemen love when you sneak in draws, when you sneak in screens. It holds these defensive linemen accountable. You want to rush the quarterback, you want to fly upfield every single play, we'll sneak right behind you and get some yardage.
9-yard pickup on 1st down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Softened him up with a run, and now to throw. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
Man, this has been a struggle for this offense, protecting their quarterback. It's priorities mission number 1, right? Every single game you go into. Last week, I think a lot of the reason they lost was because they gave up so many sacks and hits on their quarterback.
This crowd rising up, sensing that its defense needs some help. Wants to throw. It's Levin. Unloads to the wideout. Can't make the grab. Offense, which has been brilliant this season on third down. Doesn't convert this time. This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. So now with first and goal, let's see what LSU does here. He's looking to throw. Big fella moving. Touchdown LSU! They wanted to finish, and that they did on that possession. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Creates a little room. Turning it on! Crosses midfield. He's at the 30. The 10. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that terrific run. That was the epitome of a chunk play, and now they've got it first and goal, trying to cash it in. They'll run with Auguste. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown.
First down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
They'll keep it on the ground to the left, stiffing the goal line. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
A big question mark for this offense coming into the year, guys. Who could score touchdowns? Who are going to be their biggest playmakers on offense? This guy scored in the first game. He's off to a great start in this one with that touchdown. This guy looks like the real deal.
And he splits the uprights on the extra point. From inside the 15, chance for a good return. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Berry. Picks up the first down. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 30.
Man, this guy is so scary when he has the ball in his hands. He kind of reminds me, he's got a little bit of Leonard Fournette. He's got a little bit of Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you know, just that shake and bake. And when they get in the second level, DBs just don't seem to know how to tackle this guy. You don't want to submarine. He might hurdle over you, but if you don't go in with conviction, and he's got...
Makes a grab and room to run. Defense on skates that time. They finally drag him down at the 42. LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Scanning the field, it's Levitt. Under fire. And it's a sack.
And this is what the offense knows they cannot do. They can't allow sacks. In their last game, they were sacked 5 times. Obviously lost that football game. Early in this one, they're having issues again, keeping their quarterback standing up straight.
Second down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Hall. How about those sweet twinkle toes-like moves as he gets to the 38?
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Handoff, Caden Durham. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. The Gamecocks spin the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Drilled as he throws, and they stop him on 4th down with the heat.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football on this 4th down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Quarterback making adjustments. Sellers. Oh, they're after him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Back to throw, it's Sellers. Spits it out to the back. Fires the pass, intercepted. He would have loved to make the big return there, but he still gives his team the ball at the 37. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Fires to the middle. Makes the grab. It's Brown. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Tigers!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big?
The extra point is blocked. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Throwing, Sellers. Going long. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Wide receiver going in motion. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. Fires to the wideout. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
What a hit by the defender. That's a good throw, and that was going to be caught, but how about the defender dislodging the football from its intended target? Nice job.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Sellers from the gun on third down. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
He just wanted to get it out of there from his end zone. Hauls it in at the 40. Really nice job all the way around. Got a few blocks, made a couple of moves, and a good return on that one before he's pushed out of bounds. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Unloads to the wideout. On target to the left. They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, welcome into our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update Show. We begin with a look in on Iowa State taking on the number 14 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Cyclones, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. This will push them to 2-0 on the season. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside Conference USA.
And a few anxious moments, but the Hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and I know you're down. I think it's always hard of when to pull the trigger, when to be aggressive. And listen, they decided it was time. It's the third quarter. Got to make something happen. Got to make a play. Unfortunately, it was just unsuccessful.
They'll start this third quarter with a run. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Right back to it. Strong, firm tackle. Boy, there wasn't much room to wiggle for that running back there.
Not at all. Great job by the defense getting in the backfield quickly, closing up all the holes, nowhere to run.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to pass, it's Levitt. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down. Looks as if LSU will line up to punt it away. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The offense failed to convert on fourth down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. Trying to take it back. smashes through the tackle. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up mid-yardage on the return. What a play there. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. So the turnover sets up their first drive in this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. He wants to change this route. Gets the back moving. Here's Sellers to throw. Caught in the backfield, it's Clark. Could not make his way to the corner.
The linebacker was not fooled at all. He read his keys. He saw the running back release out of the backfield. He's got some speed and wheels himself to run with them. And yeah, the running back made the catch, but he went right down to the ground. Really nice job that time by the linebacker.
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Looking to the end zone, it's incomplete.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be...
Now, wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. Fourth down, Sellers. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he's stopped right there. The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Last drive ended with a pick, but you still have to attack through the air. They'll start on the ground with Durham.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. A lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Levin. Pressure coming. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
Coming out of the tunnel in the 3rd quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the 3rd quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the 1st half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Sellers bringing the heat. Buried before he could blink.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
3rd play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. Working the middle. Taken down just short of the sticks, but the offense still within scoring range on 4th down.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the 1st down, but because of it, they're now set up in 4th and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that success you had on that play.
Now the toss. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Great shot by the back on the option.
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, it's 21-13. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. From inside his own 15, looking for a crevice. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Dropping back, it's Levitt. Makes the catch, it's Durham. Still running at the 40. Oh, a lot of space. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33. LSU quick to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that round. Good coverage.
To the air on second down. Grab behind the line. It's Durham. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead and sitting in a good spot as we wrap up the third. Let's take a look at our game stats while we have a break in the action. So we open the final period with a third down play. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play.
And that's a tough pill to swallow. You got to get some yards here, make the fourth down more manageable. A field goal does nothing at this point. You need points. This offense has to be aggressive. Throwaways aren't going to work.
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. That's caught. It's Durham. He's out of bounds well short of the marker, and they'll have to give up the ball. Desperately wanted to convert on fourth down, but couldn't do it. They've got a first down here. What a start it's been to this season. We've got a great game here. Close ball game, fourth quarter. Couldn't ask for anything. Goes high to pull it in. Major gaps in that defense, and he got loose, and they finally knock him down at the 41.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Throwing Sellers. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Maybe some room here. He'll be forced out of bounds after the nice gain on the run.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're looking at a third down and short from the 33. Calls his own number. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1.
Well, they try to go quarterback design run on that play, but the defense just not buying it. Nice job, everybody playing downhill and making a tackle close to the line of scrimmage.
They'll unleash the Wildcat to keep this drive alive. Motion from the wide receiver. Direct snap. It's Fuller. He's in open space downfield. He's got enough for the 1st down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
These are the plays you know exactly what you're going to get up front. The offensive line does a great job blocking. Just create a little bit of a hole, pound through that hole. That running back, they can't tiptoe. They can't.
Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just a link or two short of the 1st, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
And the Gamecocks have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Run in the red zone, it's Fuller. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks! That's his 3rd touchdown of the game, and he just has 4 now on the season.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Things have not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. He'll try to do it himself. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And this is the hard part about being on defense and choosing whether to be conservative or bring the blitz. They bring the blitz, he sees it, and that's what he does really well. Sees it and immediately makes a decision, gets to some green grass, and gets a positive gain for this offense.
Looking for a man, it's Levitt. Throws to the wideout. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
It's nice having zone eyes on the quarterback. I tell you what, you got to lead, be smart, don't give up big plays, drop back in your zones, but watch, when the ball's thrown, you can see the guys break on the football immediately and go make a play.
They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Fires quickly. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Going to try to get it himself. And he'll skip his way out of bounds after a short gain. Ensure he doesn't take any unnecessary punishment.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. Back to pass. That's caught. It's Brown. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down. And after that play, there is a Tiger who has yet to get up. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Holly Rowe will keep an eye on that. Looking downfield on first down. Going downfield for the big play. Got it in stride inside the 20. They bring him down, but he's got a first and goal from the 10. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Levin. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown LSU! And they take it in for 6 more points. The Tigers are back on top.
And this QB's starting to do some work, man. The big explosive play in the passing game. You get inside the 10, you're thinking run. Everybody thinking run. You back it up with another pass, another great throw, and quickly this offense gets right to the end zone.
Now the 2-point conversion attempt is coming. They'll try to run with Durham. He gets the 2-point conversion, and we've got a ball game. They're down by 7. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback may change this route. Here's Sellers to throw. Unloads it downfield. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Yeah, and I'm not surprised. I mean, you put the ball in your best player's hands. Like, late in the game, you've got to trust your guy. I'm interested to see what they do here on 3rd down coming up. Let's call it 3rd and interesting, right? Top clock ticking down. Do I trust my QB to throw the football? I got the lead. I want that clock to continue to roll.
Really nice job to convert that 3rd down, and they've got it at the 33. The Gamecocks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Sellers. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly, maybe picked up one on the play. Timeout called by LSU. That's their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. On the run, it's Fuller. Here's a little room there. Now the Tigers will take their final timeout of the half. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. He's brought down, but enough to move. It's one more time and to move this game into the win column.
And That's not a surprise to anybody, including the defense, that they turn and they give it to their running back, who they've been giving it to all game long. Up front, the offensive line, they deserve a ton of credit. Blocked and paved the way. This rushing attack has been lethal, and I'm not surprised that's how they end this football.
And that's the kind of guy, too, David, you want at the end of the game, because he wants the ball in his hands to ice this thing. He's looking over the sidelines before that play call, and he's like, give it to me. Let me finish this thing and win this game for us. And that's exactly what happened.